Good evening. It's going to be another quick one tonight. It's to talk about leadership and the work environment, especially. Well, it's been brought into some other social, environments too, the same style. This little discussion, let me start it from the end to the start. You have work in your office. You have different types of work, departments, blah blah blah, and all of that. But your boss calls you and says, "You know what I want you to do for me? I want you to do a special duty kind of stuff. I want you to do something special for me. I want you to be watching your colleagues. You're watching them for me. Whatever they do, don't let them know you're watching them for me. Come and report to me privately. You have my door. My door is always open to you. Just do that and come and report to me." As I said, I'm starting from the end to the start, from the back to the front, okay? So that guy who is spying on his or her colleagues, what do you call yourself? And when you're promoted, if you ever get promoted from where you are, where would you be promoted to? To chief what? Chief inspector or chief spy? Where would you be promoted to? And when we're looking for people who want to be very effective and very tactful or deliver very sensitive functions, do you think they will point to you? I don't think so. Now, why do some leaders do that? There are different types of leadership skills and styles. Democratic leader, autocratic leader, transformational leader, transactional leader, laissez-faire, different types of leaders. But look at that autocratic leader, that one. They've got one particular model they use in achieving what they do. Now, autocratic is one man running the show in the organization. Whatever he says goes. Works a lot more in sole proprietorship companies. Nigerians will say one-man-owned business. Most companies, Dangote is not a one-man-owned business, but he cuts the shot. Or rather, he calls the shot. Pardon me. So some of these leaders use this style, this autocratic style. Now, some of these leaders use what we call divide and rule system. And that the reason for doing that is such that they will be able to achieve whatever they planned. They're not listening to you or listening to anybody else, okay? They just want whatever they want to be done by everybody, either it's good or bad. That's what they want. They say, that's what I want, that's where it's gonna go. So they use divide and rule system. What's divide and rule? Take a look at Moses trying to cross the Red Sea to the other side, and then the Egyptians are behind him, the Red Sea behind him. What did he do? He stretched his rod to the Red Sea and divided the Red Sea into two parts. Now, divide and rule is that style where you divide the ocean so you can pass through. So you divide the people to the right and to the left. In other words, you cause division. One to this side, one to the other, division. So you cause division in every place, so that like Yoruba would say, "Enumo Niko," they won't be in unit. They won't be united to stand against you. That's the reason. So they're always divided. Some people even use some styles. They give one function to a person here in one organization. That same function they give to one person in department A, they go and give it to somebody else, same function, same assignment, to somebody else in department D, do the same thing. So they begin to clash. Now me boss say me with me I do am now. No, now me say me I do am. It's causing division, just causing fights to the right and to the left. Why? So that he can have his own way through. Now, it's been found that divide and rule actually happened to be one of the most successful, I don't want to use the word effective, most successful systems of running any one-man show, that kind of business, that kind of system. It's been found that it works. It has worked in the past. It's worked for people like Idi Amin, for Abacha, quite a number of leaders. But unfortunately, all the leaders that used divide and rule to govern, to rule, to lead, to rule, have never ended up well. None of them ended up well. What I think about that is that you use the means of divide and rule to govern people, to lead people. By the time you divide the Red Sea and you cross to the other side, when the waters come together, they are not united anymore. So you don't have a united home anyway. You caused that division. So whatever is good for that organization cannot come to that organization, because you have caused them not to think in unity, not to think in the same way, not to think in the same format. So you're going to end up having the problem anyway. Okay? My talk tonight is not about that leader, but about that guy or that babe that one leader or ruler says, come, let me to be watching these people. I want to know what they're doing. Most people who do that are evil people. I'm not sorry to say that. They are evil. They are evil. They are evil. They do not want love. They do not want unity. If there's no unity, there's no love anyway. They do not want togetherness. They want a divided home so that they can achieve whatever foolish thing or evil thing they plan to do. But you who takes up such assignment to watch over your own colleagues and report them, as if one guy who sits in there, you remember when we were in primary school, you sit down gently, he wants to talk, but because he's been asked to be the one to write the noisemakers' names, he sits down quietly. So he's watching over who is talking, he writes their name. You know, who's talking now, writes them. He wants to talk. At the end of the day, he usually doesn't have one friend, because he's been asked to do what? Report your own mates to the boss. Run your own mates down. Victimize your own mates. Set trap for your own mates. Okay? In the place where you needed to call someone and correct your friends, I know what you're doing is wrong. You're not going to do that. You're just going to report the case straight. I've been in that kind of environment before, and I laugh at those guys who take up such stupid responsibilities. I must tell you, I've been approached by a boss before to do such a thing. I'm looking at him like, you want me to be reporting my... I'm sorry, it's not the kind of thing I love to do. I won't do such a thing. Why? Because I understand that what God told me to do is when you see your own brother going the wrong way, save that your brother. You have saved a soul. God doesn't want you to report people, victimize people, put people in jail. He wants you to save people, correct people, redirect their steps to good ways. That's what God wants you to do. Don't join in evil. So what's that man going to be? Chief watcher, or chief spy, or chief what? Usually when it's time to get rid of people who are redundant, guess who they get rid of? Have a very lovely evening.